In this video, I'd like to share some information that I came across while reading an article by Robert Reich, and that is How Your Kids Will Make Money. It's from Substack. I'll put a link in the description below. But as you know, AI is dominating the news headlines. It's a part of every industry that we could conceivably think of. I was reading this article the other day, and I thought I'd share some insights and key points, key takeaways from this article. So the article's titled, How Your Kids Will Make Money in a World of AI. And we, not only you individually, but if you have kids, you need to be thinking how their professional lives are going to be affected by artificial intelligence. And so what the author, Robert Reich, describes is he breaks down work into three categories. The three categories of work that he describes are making. So those are the jobs, the roles involved in creating physical goods or products. So think manufacturing. The next category is thinking. These are the professions centered on intellectual or creative work. And then finally, caring. Those are jobs, professions that involve nurturing or supporting or serving others. So what Mr. Reich is predicting is that AI is really going to affect those traditional making jobs. So these repetitive manufacturing jobs that could easily be automated, outsourced, and thereby reducing opportunities for jobs for those traditional roles. So if you're know somebody that or generations have just assumed they're going to be working in the same factory, the same plant, on the assembly line, doing things that could easily be automated, then you need to have a heads up, according to this author. So that's the first category, those making jobs, those making roles. The second category, thinking, he predicts there's going to be a rise of thinking jobs. So as AI advances, jobs requiring complex analysis, critical thinking, creativity, they're going to remain in demand because these skills are difficult for AI to replicate. Now, what he predicts, the author predicts, is an increase, and I've said this on this channel before in some of these videos, a growing importance, a growing demand for caring professions. AI, artificial intelligence, is very hard currently, as we know it now, to be empathetic, to be caring. So therefore, those roles that require somebody to be in a caregiving role, and it requires a high level of emotional intelligence, these kind of jobs, these kind of roles are going to be less likely to be automated and replaced by AI and more in demand in the future. So you think about nurses, teachers, social workers, counselors, those caring professions should be in good shape for the foreseeable future in terms of AI. So what does the author Robert Reich in this article, How Your Kids Will Make Money in the World of AI, how does he see the future? What does he recommend as far as skills? And how can kids, future generations, or people in college now go about preparing for this job market in the world in the age of AI? Well, he emphasizes to succeed in this evolving job market, kids should their critical thinking skills and their creative problem-solving skills. They also want to develop, it is wise to develop, emotional and interpersonal skills. Again, those are seen as quote unquote AI proof. You also want to embrace flexibility, lifelong learning, and the ability to adapt to new types of roles. And that's what you got to watch with all this AI talk. A lot of it's doomsday. It's going to take our jobs. Well, as we see it, as we know it, currently, the traditional kind of viewpoints of jobs, they might. But those who can adapt, who can be flexible, can adapt to this AI landscape, then you increase your odds of being able to survive this new landscape, this new world of work, and therefore thrive in the world of AI. So again, in summary, you have three kinds of jobs. You have making, thinking, and caring. Making, according to this author, is you should be cautious if you're assuming you could get a job in the manufacturing industry, anything that makes products, because that can easily be automated by AI. So be careful, tread lightly. Thinking should be in good shape. Anything requiring critical thinking, problem-solving skills, creativity, you should be good there. And you really should be good in the caring professions. So anything that requires you to have above average interpersonal skills, be empathetic, and be in a caring profession. So again, nurses, teachers, counselors, etc. And then the advice that he gives for people's kids, generations of the future or the near future, is certainly build those emotional and interpersonal skills, creative thinking, and problem-solving skills. And do not be afraid. Have the courage to adapt, to be flexible. Then you stand a good chance of being employable, marketable in the AI job front future. All right, if you like this video, hit that like button. If you hadn't already, subscribe to AI Job Front, the channel that shows you how to use AI and gives you all the updates on the landscape of work and the job market and income making opportunities in the world of AI. And that way you'll get the latest videos as soon as we publish them.